Dadigan.
Well, hello, everyone. And anyway, listen, let's say hello to our voice of God. Now, something that most of you don't know, I used to teach school, so I have eyes in the front of my head and eyes in the back of my head, and I know who's talking. Now, I want everyone to be quiet so we can go through this very quickly because it's very exciting. You know, tonight is a very special evening. We are here to celebrate Marilyn Monroe at her Centennial, and we are so thrilled because this exhibit talks about Marilyn Monroe, her personal side, her private side, what the studios did not promote, but yet she was a very, very special woman. Now, this exhibit is showcased on 3 floors here at the Hollywood Museum. The first floor is Max Factor's Blondes Only room, and it's kind of exciting. Well, she was still Norma Jean, but she posed nude. And they didn't call her Norma Jean, they called her Mona. And she thought no one would ever find out. But you know, she had that face and she had that body that everyone recognized. So it's kind of exciting. So we have a very special exhibit about Marilyn Monroe and the calendar and Tom Kelly and his original photographs. It's kind of exciting to think how famous one became, especially when one was on a nude calendar. And on the 3rd floor, we're thrilled because we show the personal side of Marilyn Monroe with photographs taken by George Barris, Marilyn Monroe's personal clothing, including the $1 million USO honeymoon dress, and of course, items from her Brentwood home, her personal effects, including, you know, the untimely and unsolved death, along with her legion of fans who still love her today. And tonight we're going to begin our evening here in the lobby before we start Marilyn's birthday party up on the 3rd floor. I say this so that you all recognize it because you know we usually do the exhibit and event on 1 floor. But Marilyn is so spectacular, and Marilyn permeates this entire building. And so she is on every floor, and we're very thrilled about this. And we hope that after we finish here, you'll go into the immersive experience. You'll see the calendars on the 2nd floor and go right up to the 3rd floor. We have got some of Marilyn's favorite foods up there, and of course libation, and the fabulous, fabulous evening spectacular with so many guests that are going to be speaking. So you may be asking, as I said before, why are we all jammed in here? It is because this very room is where Marilyn Monroe became a blonde. And I am so thrilled because tonight we are rededicating the Blondes Only room in honor of Marilyn Monroe's 100th birthday. Now, you know, those of you that know Marilyn are probably going to say, well, Marilyn was born a blonde. Well, she was. But how many of you are blonde when you were little, and by the time you're a teenager, what happens? The hair turns dark. Well, that happened to Marilyn Monroe. As you will see in her wedding photos, whether it's her first marriage, her second marriage, her third marriage, you will see the transformation of Norma Jean to Marilyn Monroe. And it was Max Factor, thanks to a conversation with Norma Jean, he learned that Norma Jean's favorite actress was Jean Harlow. Well, Max Factor was thrilled because Jean Harlow was the first muse of Max Factor. And he was so thrilled about this because he gave Norma Jean the new color called platinum blonde. Now, Norma Jean was a blonde. She remained a blonde, but her hair was not real exciting. But he upped it. He upped that blondness to platinum blonde, and he gave Marilyn a new, updated version of it in the late 40s. So I have to say that, you know, Max Factor and Marilyn Monroe are synonymous with beauty. And I'm kind of excited about all of this, as I said. So Steve, let's introduce our guests.
Tonight, in honor of the Hollywood icon Marilyn Monroe and her 100th birthday, the Hollywood Museum in the historic Max Factor building is rededicating the Blondes Only room. Please welcome our friends, critically acclaimed actors and industry professionals who knew Marilyn, including 2 popular actresses who have enjoyed bringing Marilyn Monroe back to life through theater, cable, and television shows. Please say hello to Morgan Fairchild, Rhoda Lee, and Luke Yankee. And Alicia Somper. Councilman Tracy Park.
All right, Roger, how would you like us?
Skewered.
Anderson, from the Hollywood Museum's Board of Directors, George and Laura Bronstein. Stop talking, I'm introducing you. Music and TV personality, Black China. Where are you?
I'm here.
I'm so glad your first time here. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. And from Too Close to Comfort, Lydia Cornell. And from Mother and Me, Kaylee Cowan. And from 911, one of my buddies for many, many years, Connor Dean. And from Unsung, Tyrone DeBose. And from Dallas, Flamingo Road, Falcon Crest, The Bold and the Beautiful, and Friends. And we'll be hearing more from her later on this evening. Morgan Fairchild. And the play Teresa Ganzel. And she played Marilyn, you know, in Sinatra and Marilyn. Erin Gavin. And the influencer Glozell Green. And from Mr. Belvedere, Eileen Graff. And thank you so much for coming. And this evening we have the music star Sam Harris. The modeling influencer Crystal Hefner. And the Emmy winner from General Hospital, Carolyn Hennessy. And the influencer model, Marcella Iglesias. And from The Golden Bachelor, Amy Kaplan. And, you know, one of my friends, she was the host of Be Live with Danny and the podcast, and she was actually the Brazilian ambassador to China, Daniela Kelly. Danny, thank you for joining us this evening. I appreciate that. And from Plastic Daydream, Kathy Cola. From Hunter, Stephanie Kramer. From Knots Landing, Michelle Lee, who just had to leave, I believe. And from Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. Witness for the prosecution. We'll be hearing more from this woman later. Who is it? Ruta Lee. You know, I giggle to myself. We are so thrilled to have from This Is My Story, Jax Malcolm, and the Emmy Award-winning author, Jeffrey Mark. From Bewitched, Aaron Murphy. And the stars of the reality show are three dads, you know, Mark, Mike, and Tom. Thank you so much for joining us. And the actress, model, and influencer, Paola Paulin. This is great. I'm so excited about this. And the actress and influencer, Ana Maria Perez. And from Broadway, film, TV, music star, and his lovely wife, Tracy, let me introduce you to Rex Smith. And from The Bold and Beautiful and The Dream, Melissa Neese Smith. And you know, this young lady starred as Marilyn Monroe in several Ryan Murphy productions, and we'll be hearing more from her later on this evening. Alicia Soper. And the legendary announcer Shadow Stevens. From Premarital, Meredith Thomas. From Sordid Lives, Ann Walker. From E.T. D. Wallace. From TV personality Kim Watley. And the son of Eileen Heckar, who starred with Marilyn Monroe in Bus Stop. We'll be hearing more from this gentleman later this evening, Luke Yankee. And joining us also from Newhart, Martian, and Jaws 2, Billy Van Zandt. Well, this could be very well, thank you. I have just to say this to everyone who helped make this evening's opening a success. To our